Good morning, my dear children. I hope all are safe at home. I hope all of you completed your short notes. Today I will send two names to send the images to me. That is, you completed your short notes or not, that I want to check it. Every day I will send two students. I will inform two students to send the images to me. Therefore, you should be very careful. Note should be up to date. Okay. Then in this chapter, that is soil resources. What are the three things we studied in these three classes? Because two recorded classes and one live classes, we studied about soil resources. First, we studied about what do you mean by soil and what is soil fertility and classification of soil. Then four types of soil we studied. What are the four types of soil? Red soil, alluvial soil, laterite soil and black soil. And how it is formed. What are the characteristics of this type of soil? And where we can see the soil and what type of crops can grow in this soil. All these things we studied. And next class we studied about, last class we studied about soil erosion. What do you mean by soil erosion? You know, soil erosion is the removal of the top layer of the soil by water, wind or human action. And what are the causes of soil erosion? And the agents of soil erosion. When we studied about the soil erosion by water, we studied different types of soil erosion. That is, first we studied sheet erosion, rill erosion, gully erosion, leaching, sea or shore erosion, stream bank erosion. These six types of erosion by water we studied. Clear? Then by human action we know population is increasing, because of that demand for that timber, all these things increased, therefore high pressure on land, that is also one of the reason, and deforestation, overgrazing, all these things are the causes, agents by human action. Then we studied about wind. Wind is also one of the important agent. These three things are connected. Wind, water and human activities are connected. That also we studied. Then what are the causes? What are the causes of soil erosion? That we studied heavy population pressure on land and overgrazing. Then nature of rainfall. We cannot predict about the rainfall. Now also this season also we are getting rain. Therefore we cannot predict it when we will get rain. Mainly monsoon season only we are getting the rainfall. That is also one of the reason. At that time flood happened. In summer season drought is also there. That also causes soil erosion. And topography, deforestation. And old, otherwise bad farming techniques. That is faulty agricultural methods. In the chapter you will study in agriculture chapter 1, chapter is there. There you will study about the shifting cultivation. I already informed about shifting cultivation. These are all the reasons for the soil erosion, causes of the soil erosion. Then regions of soil erosion. You should know some regions. One is Chotanagpur region, Chotanagpur Plateau, because in the India map you will see Malwa Plateau and Chotanagpur Plateau, all these things. In Chotanagpur Plateau, you will get the mainly soil erosion happens in there, and Tabi Samarmadi region, valley region, and Rajasthan you know very well, Gujarat and Haryana. These all places also, and Chambal and Yamuna rivers, badlands of Chambal and Yamuna rivers also. Soil erosion is more. When they are asking about the soil erosion, when they are asking about the region, the area, then you have to say about the Chotanagpur Plateau, Chambal Valley region. But when they are asking about the state, you can say about Rajasthan, Gujarat and Haryana, Maharashtra, some parts of Maharashtra also you can say. Clear? Then now we are coming to the prevention. Okay, soil erosion we know that, agents we studied, reasons also we studied. How we can prevent soil erosion? We cannot stop it, but we can reduce the seriousness of soil erosion, because after effects of soil erosion is very dangerous. Therefore we have to think about what are the methods we can take to control the soil erosion. One is terrace farming. Soil, then we can say one other point, soil conservation. We have to conserve soil. Then prevention methods, some methods are there when they are asking about the soil conservation schemes also there. Then what are the things, how we can prevent this one, soil erosion. Different way they can ask. You should be very clear, and clearly you should know about it. Then first one is terrace farming. Terrace farming. You heard about these words in lower classes, I think. Terrace farming. Then terrace farming. What do you mean by terrace farming? Then mainly in hilly slopes. Hilly slopes. Terraced farming act as bunt and prevent the soil from being washed away by running water. Because you know these slope areas, running water is so fast. Then to stop that flow, speed of this water, then we can make it as terrace. It acts as a bunt to stop the, prevent the soil. When there is a speed, when there is a movement of this water, speed is reduced, automatically the soil will not move that much. Therefore, terrace farming is one method to control the soil erosion. It mainly practiced in Japan, Southeast Asia and USA. Terrace farming, mainly Japan, Southeast Asia and USA. Okay, the first method is terrace farming. Second one is shelter belts. Shelter belt. Shelter belts. What do you mean by that? Farmers plant trees in several rows to check wind erosion. Mainly this shelter belt, mainly to control the wind erosion. Soil erosion by wind. Clear? We studied the soil erosion by water, wind and human activities. Shelter belt mainly happens where there is wind erosion is too much. Because we are planting the trees. Plant trees are act as a barrier, is an obstacle for the wind, isn't it? Therefore, shelter belt act as a wind barrier. Where see then they known as wind. It is also known as wind break. We are breaking the wind. Clear? It is shelter belt is also known as wind breaks. Clear? Second one. Then third one is contour ploughing. CONTOUR contour ploughing. PLOUGHING. Clear? Contour ploughing. Here, cultivation. It's contour ploughing. Contours, that is means in areas, rows type. Ploughing along the contours on a slope prevents soil being washed away by rainwater or by surface runoff. Because contour ploughing reduces the soil erosion by rainwater. Clear? Then contours act like bunts, just like we studied about terrace farming. That is also act as a bunt. This contour ploughing is also, then it acts as a bunts because it is connected with the terrace farming. Terraces are leveled into step-like small field with even slope. If it is even slope, you know it can reduce the soil erosion because it will stop the continuous flow of water. And this type of farming, that's ploughing, is common in Japan, China and Southeast countries. That is why when we studied about the terrace farming, the terrace farming is also very successful in Japan, Southeast Asia and USA. Here we added China also. In contour ploughing is common in Japan, China and Southeast countries. Okay, therefore, first one is terrace farming, second one shelter beds, third one contour ploughing, fourth one stripe cropping. Stripe cropping. Okay, what do you mean by stripe cropping? Crops are grown in alternative stripes of land to check the impact of winds. Because just like alternative stripes of land, because crops are grown in alternative stripes to check the impact of the wind. Here also wind erosion we can reduce. Clear? Wind erosion not, soil erosion due to wind, that we can reduce. Clear? Therefore, we are studying about what are the preventive methods of soil erosion. Clear? Then this is stripe cropping, that is the fourth one. Fifth one, that is construction of dams. Construction of dam. Dams. You know, dams are constructed to save the water, to conserve water, because rivers cause soil erosion. Dams are built in the upper course of the river to control the erosion of the soil. Therefore, construction of dams is also one of the preventive method to control the soil erosion. Now, plugging gullies. Sixth one is plugging gullies. One, soil erosion by water. We studied gully erosion because gully is deep beach. Sometimes some places we are plugging the gullies to control the soil erosion. Why? Because there the deposition of silt when there is heavy rains. Then the soil erosion we can control. Gully erosion we studied because of the heavy rainfall. Gullies are forming. Then the land will be unproductive. That is there. But some places we are preparing gullies to control the soil erosion also, because the silt and soil will be deposited in that place. The last one is planting trees. One of the reasons we studied deforestation. Clear? One of the reasons of soil erosion is deforestation. What do you mean deforestation? Cutting of trees. Then what is the solution? Planting trees. Because the trees like in the shelter belts. Shelter belt we studied. That is known as planting trees to control the wind that is there to wind. It is also known as winter break, that also we studied. Therefore, then these trees are planting in the fields, edges of the field. Then here the wasteland and on steep slopes to prevent soil erosion, we are planting trees. These are the, and one more thing, if more deforestation is the reason, then afforestation we can say. This way planting trees in also afforestation. This will help the soil to control the soil, and it can save the water also. Clear? Enhance the fertility of the soil. We retain the water capacity, we can retain there if we are planting more, because we know that roots, why we are planting the trees, the roots will absorb the soil and it can save the water also. It will reduce the free flow of water. Clear? Then these are the preventive methods. What is the first one? First one is terrace farming. Second, shelter beds, contour ploughing, stripe cropping, construction of dams, plugging gullies and planting trees. These are the preventive methods. Okay, prevention. Then now I already informed the word soil conservation. Sometimes they are asking, define the following words. Then once they asked soil conservation. What do you mean by soil conservation? Soil conservation means prevention of soil loss. Prevention of soil loss from erosion. What it means? Prevention of soil erosion. We are saying that prevention of soil loss from erosion. That is prevention of soil erosion, or prevention of reduced fertility of soil caused by overusage, acidification, salinization or other types of soil contamination. The definition is clearly given in your textbook. Therefore, you have to write the full meaning. Then only you will get full marks. Max 2 marks question sometimes it will ask. Therefore, soil conservation means prevention of soil loss from erosion, or prevention of reduced fertility of soil caused by overusage, acidification, salinization or other type of contamination, soil contamination. Clear? Then we need soil conservation. That is very important. Why? Because if there is soil erosion, soil conservation is very important. Why? Because if there is soil erosion, the fertile top layer of the soil with all its mineral nutrients are washed away from there. Then what will happen? Soil fertility will reduce. Then it also causes the agriculture production also. And you know, India basically is an agricultural country. We all know that India is an agricultural country. Therefore, we have to cultivate crops. Then if you want to cultivate the crops, then the soil should be good. because when we studied the 4 type of soil, then some soil is fertile, some soil is not fertile, some soil is not fertile but responding to fertilizer. Some characters we studied. We already know that soil fertility plays an important role for agriculture production. And when there is continuous soil erosion, the moisture content in the soil is also decreasing. What soil is remaining, there the moisture content is very less. You know, the soil fertility plays an important role for the cultivation of the crops. Due to the soil erosion, the top layer of the soil is removing, washing away from there. Then automatically, then moisture content is also reducing, because the soil which is remaining there, that is having only very less moisture. It also reduces the underground water table. Then due to the soil erosion, what is the main reason of the soil erosion? Loss of vegetation. When there is loss of vegetation and the extension of arid regions means, what do you mean by arid regions? It means dry, because less water. It causes 2 types of natural disasters. What are the 2 types of natural disasters? One, flood, another one is drought. Because loss of vegetation causes soil erosion by water, because when there is continuous rainfall, it causes the soil erosion. Then flood happened. The same way, when there is shortage of rainfall, then due to the wind, maybe the drought also there. Clear? Soil erosion there, then drought is also. 2 types of calamities will be there. Then then silting of river and the canal beds. Continuous flow of water and the clay and mud and soil is all deposited in one place. Then it also causes the landslide. These all affect adversely the economic prosperity of the country. Clear? Therefore, the after effect of soil erosion is very dangerous. It causes calamities. Therefore, soil conservation is very important. Then in your textbook there is 2-3 schemes are there. Soil conservation schemes are there. First one is integrated watershed management. Here in India, from very starting itself, first 5-year plan itself, we are planning some conservation schemes. We implemented some schemes. First is integrated watershed management, mainly in the flood-prone rivers, that enhancing the ability to catchment, that reduces the erosion and consequent silt load. Therefore, integrated watershed management, that is one scheme. Second one is reclamation and development of ravine areas. That is, ravine means river areas near the river beds. Clear? In your textbook, some words are given in italics, that is a scheme. Here that is given, that is mainly done in this scheme, mainly implemented in Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh and Rajasthan. What is that name of the scheme? Reclamation and development of ravine areas. Okay. Then the third one is control the shifting cultivation. We already studied about what do you mean by shifting cultivation. It is also known as slash and burn method. You know what are the after effects of shifting cultivation. Then we should control the shifting cultivation. It is also one of the scheme. We can conserve soil, prevent soil erosion. We can conserve soil also. Then another one, fertilizers, what we are using, biofertilizers for the production. Clear? Then the project, national project on development and use of biofertilizers and national project on quality control encourage the use of biofertilizers. That is why it comes in organic farming. Instead of using the chemical fertilizers, that is very dangerous for the fertility of the soil, then we have to think about biofertilizers. That also reduce the soil erosion, plus it enhances the fertility of the soil also, biofertilizers. Then in urban areas, rainwater harvesting. When we will study about the water resources, Then you can study about the rainwater harvesting. Rainwater harvesting on rooftops and catchments we are preparing, and tanks we are saving the water, conserve the water. That is also one of the scheme to reduce the soil erosion. Clear? These are the schemes for the soil conservation. Clear? Then first one, integrated watershed management. Then control the shifting cultivation, use of biofertilizers, and rainwater harvesting. These all schemes you only learn what is the name only the names you have to study, nothing else. Okay, now we completed the chapter soil resources. I hope it is clear. If you have any doubt, you can ask in the live class. In live class I ask the questions also there. Before next live class, the note should be completed. Then before the live class, I will see your images of the short notes also. I will inform one by one. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.